Hello friends, in previous class we have started lesson sound and today we are going to do the second part of this lesson, and in this part we are going to learn the properties of sound wave. And as we have discussed, any object vibrates and produces sound. It also makes the surrounding particle vibrates and sound wave is formed. But when object oscillates, it oscillates so rapid that we cannot observe its oscillations properly. An interesting thing is that its vibration is similar to the pendulum. So if we study the pendulum, then we can understand these properties. So first we learn pendulum and then we'll get back to this topic. So what is pendulum? So it consists of a bob which is hung with the help of thread to some support. So the simple arrangement is known as pendulum. You must have seen a pendulum clock in which there is a pendulum which oscillates like this, right? So it oscillates from mean position to extreme position. What is mean position? This fixed position is called as mean position. And these two positions are known as extreme position. This is another extreme position. So pendulum oscillates from mean position to extreme position. Most of you might not have seen pendulum, but you have seen swing. Do you know swing also oscillates like this, right? Mean position means when the swing is steady, and then if you push it, it oscillates like this. Okay, similar to this, pendulum also oscillates from mean position to extreme positions. The motion of pendulum we can represent in the form of wave. Okay, we can call this as one oscillation or one complete cycle. Let's suppose this C is a mean position and this B and D, these are extreme positions. So this position also we can represent on this graph. So C is a mean position, this is mean position, and this B and D, these are extreme position. At this position the displacement is maximum, you can see, okay, this is the maximum displacement. And at this position means C, the displacement is 0. So what is meant by one complete oscillations? This wave represents one complete oscillation. See, if the bob goes from B to C and then C to B and come back to B through C, then this forms a complete oscillation. Like this, B to D again, from D to B through C. This makes one oscillation which is represented by this waveform. Okay, now we have to define amplitude, frequency and time period for this pendulum. What is amplitude? So an amplitude is the maximum displacement of this oscillating object from mean position. Okay, this is a mean position and this is extreme position. So in this case this is an amplitude which is a maximum displacement. So you can see now this is amplitude which is maximum displacement from mean position. This should be same, okay, even though in this graph it is not looking same, but it should be same. So this is known as amplitude, the maximum displacement of an object from its mean position. We can draw the same pendulum with different amplitude. Let's suppose this is the same pendulum, but in this case it has more amplitude, right? So this distance is greater than this. So amplitude can change. So this displacement is greater than this. So this has maximum, this has more amplitude as compared to this. Similarly, sound wave also have different amplitude. So amplitude is a maximum displacement from mean position. In this case, this represent an amplitude. Then frequency. What is frequency? See, frequency is number of oscillations per unit time. Frequency is equals to number of oscillations per unit time. This is known as frequency. Now suppose pendulum produces 10 oscillation in 1 second, then the frequency of the pendulum is said to be 10 and the unit of frequency is hertz. It is measured in hertz. And suppose if the pendulum oscillates 50 times, okay, 50 times in 1 second, then its frequency is said to be 50 hertz. So this is known as frequency, that is number of oscillations or number of cycles per unit time. Then comes time period. What is time period? And time period is time required to complete one oscillation. See, time period is opposite to the frequency. Time period is reciprocal of frequency. So it is the time required to complete one oscillation. Time divided by number of oscillations. I'll give an example so that this point will be more clear to you. Suppose it takes 50 seconds to complete 100 oscillations. Then we can find out its time period, which is 0.5. So time period is 0.5 second. It means that it takes 0.5 second to complete one oscillation. Because it takes 50 seconds to complete 100 oscillations. It means it takes 0.5 second to complete one oscillation and therefore its time period is 0.5 second. So now we have to define these terms for sound wave. So as we know, sound travels in the form of wave. Therefore it has amplitude, frequency and time period. But do this amplitude, frequency and time period have any effect on sound, characteristic of sound? Okay, these are the property of sound wave. But I am asking you, does these properties have any effect on the property of sound? So answer is yes. For example, amplitude of sound wave determines its loudness. We know that loudness is a property of sound. Sound can be louder or softer. So this amplitude determines the loudness of sound. And as the amplitude varies, loudness also varies. This shows that loudness depends on amplitude. For example, if you consider two sound waves, okay, of different amplitude. So these are the two sound waves, okay, two sound waves of different amplitude. Now you can see this is the amplitude. Let's suppose this is 5 centimeter and this is 10 centimeter. It means this is greater than this. So this sound would be louder than this sound, okay. So it represents louder sound and this waveform represents soft sound, okay. This is soft as compared to this sound. So this is how loudness varies with amplitude. If amplitude increases, loudness also increases. And let me tell you one interesting thing, which is sound has maximum amplitude near its source, okay. That is why if you are close to the sound, then you hear louder sound, right? And if you move, as you move away from the source, the sound get weaker and finally fades out. That is why you can listen to some sound to a particular distance. Because the amplitude decreases continuously and at particular value it becomes 0. So loudness of sound depend on amplitude. Next is frequency. So as we discussed, loudness depends on amplitude. So is there any quality of sound or characteristic of sound which depends on frequency? Yes. Pitch of a sound depends on frequency. See, pitch and loudness, these are two different characteristics. These are two different properties, I would say. High pitch sound. Generally girls have high pitch sound than boys, but this doesn't mean that girls' sound is always louder. High pitch sound can be loud or soft. So loudness and pitch, these are two different characteristic of sound. So these two sound wave have different frequency and therefore different pitch but same amplitude. You can see amplitude is same. So amplitude is same means both the sounds are loud. Okay, means loudness is same but frequency is not same. So pitch of sound depends on frequency. A source whose particles vibrate with higher frequency has higher pitch. Means this represents lower pitch and this represents higher pitch. Okay, because in this case frequency is more and here frequency is less. This is softer sound with less amplitude and this is louder sound with greater amplitude. So suppose if you, from a waveform you have to identify which sound is louder or softer or which sound has higher pitch, you should be able to identify from this waveform. Pronounce a letter O. O. So sound produced will be of lower pitch, and if you pronounce a letter E, okay, E, then sound produced will be of higher pitch. Okay, you just pronounce and you only understand the difference between higher pitch and lower pitch. O, E. So the sound produced by O has lower pitch and sound produced by E has higher pitch. This is how amplitude depends on loudness or loudness depends on amplitude and pitch of a sound depends on frequency. In next class, we'll solve numericals on frequency and time period. And if you like this topic, please do share with your friends and don't forget to leave me a comment. Thank you.